Guys, I'm going over my trade today and let's get started. So, coming into today, my bias was wrong, and the reason why it's wrong is because on NASDAQ, we had seen a lot more selling aggression than on ES. So, because I initially still thought we were bearish, but it looks like NASDAQ took out these lows and we had a huge SMT divergence, which bullish one. So I think that fueled our energy to go up today, and that we shouldn't really take out these lows since Nasdaq has already took out them. So yeah, coming into today, all right, let's go. All right, coming into today, I initially had a bearish bias, and I think it was a good move down to catch, sweep out. What was it? To sweep out these lows here, New York pre-market low. So yeah, and eventually 9 a.m. 9:30 a.m. market did sweep the pre-market low, and my first trade was this: we touch overnight value area high and overnight value area high and overnight high, and on this candle it printed a candle divergence where it printed green. Where it printed green delta, but really positive green delta, a really bright shade of green. So it means a heavy buying aggression, but we printed a red. So yeah, that was my first indicator that, oh, this area might be of interest, that sellers passively absorbing buyers, and we immediately get that reaction off of that, and then so yeah, now for now, at this moment I wanted to retrace to go lower, and I didn't like this aggression bubble due to the fact that it really isn't printed in the first like few ranges of this move. So I didn't really like that. And if we go, what the hell? Alright, and I didn't really like that. And I think we get the retrace now. Here. I think, did it print another? Okay, I printed another kind of delta divergence, which I should have taken as my entry trigger with this bubble indicator that, oh, buyers are getting trapped here, and it didn't meet my entire criteria, uh but I should have, you know, played around with sizing if the trading is not up to standard, if it doesn't meet my criteria. But it was still a good trade. I contemplated about taking, which I didn't, and it just moved down, down, and I think we built a good buying zone where buyers were active here, and we're passively absorbing the sellers since it would not move. We got one, two. I think it was also a previous area of fair value, and you just keep on seeing that sellers are trying having a lot of effort into trying to push price down, but yeah. And eventually we get that breakout. Let's see. And I was contemplating about longing since this area, but previous day value area low was just a few ticks, a few points below, and it didn't align with my bias at the time, which was wrong, which was supposed to be bullish. So yeah. And then we get another retest, and as soon as I see that this retest holds again, and if it prints me uh, it prints another good delta footprint divergence candle, and which we held through this area through 4 times. Maybe that was an indicator to long with huge buying aggression. And yeah. And we get that breakout. And I kept on shorting because I was so strict on my, I was so firm on my bias that I just only saw shorts, which is obviously wrong. And also that those break evens trades kind of took a toll on my mentality. Since I think I didn't explain a few, but I had a few break even trades. Was it this? Yeah, it was this. I had a few break even trades. It was going well, and it took a toll on my mental. And I should have saw longs here, since we had this huge buying zone where uh, we kept and we had this huge buying zone where sellers couldn't really push price down, and buyers were holding up pretty well here. And I think I shorted again because I thought this was a retracement, but I should have been more cautious when I saw that, oh, sellers can't really sell and push, and they're really trying to push price lower, but except they're having really no effort. And I thought, oh, this was actually another good, that finally we get to move down, except we actually, from a rejection, we get a rejection wick and it didn't really move anywhere. Let's see if it printed. And yeah. And I think I kept on taking shorts out of frustration. And I should have, at that moment, I should have taken like, I should have stopped, took a breather, and stopped trading this chop, since it was just messy. And yeah, just kept on going higher, higher, higher. And yeah. Oh yeah. And at this point, I think I had this zone marked out once we had a breakout here, where maybe we get a good potential retest into previous day value high, where I now am aligning myself with the bias. And I think the line I drew, we tapped it to the tick. It was kind of perfect. But did it print? Wait, let's see if it printed. Let's see if it printed the kind of leverageness that I wanted. If it did, then that maybe would have entered. And look, you can see that, oh, we had a pretty huge, we had a really huge negative delta number. And it isn't really moving price down. And maybe that should have been my entry. And we could just target it this high. I think this low gets taken before we get that move higher. It was just a really choppy day. Yeah, we had this another wall here. Couldn't really move past that. We take this out. and then we revisit the absorption level, and we get another huge rejection wick, and we eventually get that move up. And maybe I should have taken the trade. Once I saw that we had a huge rejection wick, well, it's a previous area of absorption. We revisit it, we form a rejection wick. Maybe I should have entered there. And we get that final move up to near previous day value area high. And also previous day high as well. And yeah, the video ends here. Well, note for next time, if you're having like if you're since my brain was just fog coming into the day, I should have taken a step back before I keep on clicking on the buttons. And luckily, I was able to catch myself before making any more, mistakes. And I eventually had that mentality where, oh, I'm just gonna make this all back. Let's have a break-even day. And so every day can't be that, so I have to take a step back, take a breather, and we can move on to the next. Every day can't be a dub. It's fine. I'm still developing this strategy, and it's fine. I had a couple winning days from before. I know that this strategy works. It was just coming in today, my mentality, my bias was wrong, and I eventually messed up my mentality. So, and I can spot the good trades. As I review this footage, oh, it looks like it's all hindsight, but I should have spot them. And looking back, and I know where to spot them now, and the perfect setup, and also aligning myself with the correct direction of the day. But yeah, today was a rough day, and that's it.